thank you very much for joining us this evening, and we will do our best with our presentation. So thank you, Andy, for putting that John Smarge pressure on me. If anybody's been in any of John's presentations, I know he's done this at PETS for the last 2 years. He always talks about, being a president, and every July 1st, he's always so excited because every club leadership changes and the club takes on the characteristics of the president. And he always talks about in his club, there was somebody who joined the club and was just absolutely terrified of public speaking. And then they got up to be president, and they just kind of let their personality come through, and the public speaking might not have been perfect, but people seem to manage fine. Well, that person is me. So please bear with me this evening. So we will tell you a little bit about ourselves, and I will send that over to Brian.
Thank you, Lisa.
I don't know if Brian is frozen there.
Yeah, it looks like we might have lost Brian.
All right, well, I will start then until Brian gets back on. So again, I'm Lisa McCarthy, and I am helping Andy next year as a District 6960 trainer. I am a member of the Rotary Club of Naples. I've been a member since 2011. In that time, I've probably served in every position, including past president. And this year, I'm actually helping my own club as program chair, which is a really fun, exciting job. When I'm not volunteering for Rotary, I am helping my husband. We run a travel agency. So this year, that is actually a volunteer position as well, because we're in travel and 2020 is not friendly. So I don't know if Brian is back yet.
I'm back. You can hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, beautiful. So let me just quickly go over my intro again. Good evening, everyone. My name is Brian Reeves. I am the District Training Coordinator for District 6890 for the year 2021 to 2022. I have been a member of Rotary Club of Winter Haven since 2012, and I'm a past president as well. I look forward to going over the strategic plan with you for our district this evening.
All right, let's get started. So Rotary has a vision statement, and that is, together we see a world where people unite and take action to create lasting change across the globe, in our communities, and in ourselves. So when Rotary International began to develop a new strategic plan over 2 years ago, they started by taking a good look in the mirror. They asked hard questions as they performed a thorough self-assessment, all the while acknowledging the changing world around us. Once they identified the gaps between who they are and who they want to be, they looked to us, the Rotarians. They asked more than 1 million people from across the world to share their input with their strategic planning committee through focus groups and surveys. Each goal in their plan is based on feedback from these leaders, the members, and Rotary participants who want the organization to achieve its vision. So the new strategic plan is Rotary International's action plan. And you may have heard their People of Action campaign, and that those align with each other. So the action plan is the organization's call to action to work together to build a stronger future. The plan will help us realize what's truly possible when people of action unite, connect with others who share our values, and commit to creating change in the world and within ourselves. The action plan is not about wiping away our values. It's not about wiping away our tradition or our tried and true core principles. It's about making our organization stronger so values will last for years to come. It's about using effective tactics to strengthen the organization at all levels. It's about ensuring that every person who engages with us has a meaningful, valuable, and fulfilling experience. It's about changing more lives and communities for the better. So as people of action, we share a strong sense of purpose. More than a century ago, we pioneered a new model of service leadership grounded in person-to-person connections. Today, those connections are a network that spans the globe, bridging cultural, linguistic, generational, and geographic barriers, and shares the vision of a better world. As people of action, we understand that fulfilling that vision requires a plan. This is Rotary's plan for the next 5 years: to increase our impact, expand our reach, enhance participant engagement, and increase our ability to adapt. By helping realize the goals of this plan, you ensure a stronger and more effective future for Rotary, a tremendous legacy. The plan is rooted in our tried and true values and builds on the remarkable capabilities and spirits of Rotarians. It is, however, clear-eyed about the challenges that Rotary faces. It protects the value of human connection in an age of technology. It lays out a path for bringing great ideas to the forefront of the global imagination of what's possible. And our plan will provide us with a continuity of vision from year to year, keeping us moving toward fulfilling our shared purpose. And this is what is called Rotary's Action Plan.
Increase our impact. Bullet point 1 talks about eradicate polio and leverage the legacy. Focus our programs and offerings. Third, improve our ability to achieve and measure impact. People of action are effective problem solvers. Why do Rotarians achieve so much? We invest in relationships. We make decisions grounded in evidence. We know how to mobilize our network to create solutions that last. And we are always learning from our experiences in projects, clubs, and careers. Throughout the fight to end polio, we have shown that we can do we have shown what we can do when we draw our collective strengths. We have created solutions that match the people they serve. We have evaluated the results to learn from our successes and setbacks. This is the model we use again and again in pursuit of our audacious goals. Educating the world's children, ensuring equitable access to water and sanitation, helping local economies grow sustainably, and so much more. Let's seek out new ways to translate our expertise into making a difference in our communities across the globe. Let's prove that our impact on the world has only just begun.
So people of action activate and inspire one another. So we know our capability to make a difference is larger when more people unite with us. We want the world to appreciate our ambitious, compassionate, and inclusive spirit, because when they do, they see that Rotary is the source for the person-to-person involvement so many are seeking. Our stories give people hope that the world can change for the better, inviting listeners to imagine themselves as part of that change. So let's build connections and opportunities that will allow people who share our drive to do the same. So how can we expand our reach? Here's a couple of ideas. We want to grow and diversify our membership and participation. And as you heard last week, we have some great district assets. We have Nadej and Rick who talked about diversity, equity, and inclusion. And we have Gerard and Dewan who talked about membership. So if you have questions about membership, diversity, participation, please reach out to them. They will do whatever they can to help you. And of course, Brian and I will do whatever we can to facilitate assistance as well. So we also want to create new channels into Rotary. We want to increase Rotary's openness and appeal. and we will want to build awareness of our impact and our brand. And one of the easiest ways to do that is social media.
As we talk about enhanced participant engagement, first bullet point talks about support clubs to better engage their members. We're talking about all members, not exclusion, but inclusion. Bullet point number 2, develop a participant-centered approach to deliver value. Everyone should be able to get something out of a Rotary project and be involved. Bullet point number 3, offer new opportunities for personal and professional connection. Keep in mind, it needs to be diverse, both personally and professionally. And finally, provide leadership development and skills training. Know your members. You know your membership base, so use that knowledge to draw on your club's strengths. People of action strive to understand the needs of others. Just like the people and communities we serve, our participants need to feel and seen and be heard. Therefore, seeking experiences that feel professionally and personally relevant and fulfilling, when they see our dedication to invest in them at every stage of their professional life, our participants are eager to go the distance with us, even at a time when there are many other options for networking and volunteering. Let's recommit to putting the needs, expectations, and growth of our participants at the center of all we do. Just remember, Rotary's core values: fellowship, integrity, diversity, service, and leadership. And I quote, "The world today is not the same as it was when Rotary was founded in 1905. The demographics have shifted, the pace of change has accelerated, and technology has created new opportunities for connection and service. What hasn't changed is a need for the values that define Rotary. By honoring our past and embracing our future, we can evolve and keep Rotary not only relevant, but thriving." Lisa?
Thank you. So people of action are also inventive, entrepreneurial, and resilient. Rotarians have shown throughout our history that we excel at finding new ways to lead the world to lasting change. And we've proven in our own careers that we know how to help organizations of every kind move forward. That's why new approaches to our organizing principles don't threaten our sense of who we are. We're ready to seek out fresh opportunities, create more paths to leadership, open up our conversations to diverse voices, and simplify how we operate, all with confidence. Let's stay true to ourselves and stay ahead of change in our next 115 years. So how are we going to increase our ability to adapt? Right here, we've got build a culture of research, innovation, and willingness to take risks. We're going to make mistakes, but that's okay. That's how we learn. We want to streamline governance, structure, and processes. And that's what we're here to do. We want to put those in writing, and that's going to be a big help for us going forward. And then, of course, we want to review the governance to foster more diverse perspectives in decision-making, different points of view. Well, the action plan created by RI might focus on Rotary International and the corporate level activities that will drive us toward our vision. It also translates into a club and district level. So what does that mean for you as an AG? Take into consideration the priorities and ideas in the plan to help make each of the clubs in your area the best they can be. Keep in mind that every Rotary journey is different, and every individual's own journey may be different at different points in their life. Get members involved, listen to their input, listen to their opinions, and listen to their suggestions. make sure that your president-elects are flexible to their members' needs. As was pointed out last week, some Rotarians are looking for socialization. Some are looking for service opportunities. Others are looking for networking and the opportunity to build career skills. Still others just want to go to lunch every week and talk to their friends. So again, the biggest thing to remember here is to be flexible. Make sure your PEs know that they need to be flexible.
Create new clubs formats. Introduce a 10-minute presentation from the club members to share what they do professionally. It could be as simple as a 7-minute presentation with a 3-minute Q&A. In some clubs, you will have members that have been living in that community for a very long time and are very well established in that business community and doesn't see the need to network for their business. So while a new club member that moves to that community will need the opportunity to network and build his or her own business. I have a neat little story because when I became president of my Rotary Club, the previous format is that for notes and comments, our members are able to speak for 5 minutes and they generally share something of an hobby, or if they've gone on vacation, they share the photos or so. But I implemented the 10-minute presentation where a member could still talk about their hobbies and their likes or interests, but also talk about what they do professionally. And we had an attorney in our club that's pretty tech savvy, and he always talks about cell phones or computers or so. And at some point in time, the new members that joined our club thought he was selling computers. Hence, when I introduced this program, they not only discovered that he was a real estate attorney, but that he only practiced on the commercial side of real estate. So that gave him an opportunity for the club members, especially the new ones, to know exactly what he does. Invite speakers who have not had an opportunity to speak at your club. We're all used to having quite a few speakers that we have invited in the past, and it seems like it's an annual thing that that speaker keeps coming back over and over. Let's switch it up a bit. One of the things you can do is to assign a different member of your club each month to be responsible to secure speakers for a specific month of the year. This will definitely expose the various speakers to Rotary Club, which in turn will open up an opportunity for them to become a member. You can also post your speakers on Daktable so that other clubs can get ideas or secure those speakers for their clubs as well. Lisa?
Thank you. So how does the RI strategic plan lead to a club strategic plan? So each club should have the same priorities as the Rotary International Action Plan. And what are those priorities? We go back to that first, one of the first very colorful slides: increase our impact, expand our reach, enhance participant engagement, and increase our ability to adapt. So you want to make sure that each club and the experiences of its members be the best they can be. So how do you get started? So assemble a strategic planning team made up of past, present, and incoming club leaders to develop the plan and make sure it's helping your club achieve its goals. It's also a great idea to ask a non-Rotarian or a Rotaractor or even a club member who's not in a leadership position to facilitate the strategic planning meetings. So you're going to get all different points of view. Get a variety of perspectives by involving club members who have diverse backgrounds and experiences. You don't want to get the same few people that have been making decisions for years. This is a great opportunity to bring in some fresh eyes. Make sure the club's vision reflects Rotary's official strategic vision. And again, that was in the beginning of this presentation. And then align your club's goals, not only with RI strategic plan, but also with the district's strategic plan. And that's where Andy and Deborah can come in and help as well.
Phase 1, determine your status. How is your club doing now? Identify strategic issues to address. Determine your club's strengths and weaknesses. Assess member satisfaction and needs. Identify opportunities and challenges in the community. Before you set your club's long-term goals, it's important to determine your club's strengths and weaknesses by gathering comments from your members. Use the Rotary Club Health Check, which was sent to you in our original welcome email. Identify opportunities and challenges in the community by meeting with other community leaders. You want to identify strategic issues. What are the critical issues or concerns the club wants to address? Strategic issues are those critical unknowns that are driving you to embark on a strategic planning process. These are issues that are looking for a solution or a decision. Think about what issues you want to address with this strategic plan. Potential questions to ask members. 1, how will we increase our membership and engage members in our club? 2, how can we attract diverse group of members? And finally, how can we include more community members in our club's activities?
Phase 2, develop a vision. What do you want your club to be like? Or for as an AG, what do you want to stress to your presence, to your PEs, how to get there, what do they want their clubs to look like? So Rotary's vision statement asks us to unite and take action to create lasting change. So get your PEs to list 5 to 7 characteristics you want their club to have within 3 to 5 years that will help realize that strategic vision. For example, do they want their club to be fun? Do they want it to be service-oriented, innovative, representative of the community, etc.? So the vision statement defines the future, and it provides direction for what the PEs want their club to be. So get them to write a 1-sentence vision statement with their strategic planning team using the list of club characteristics as a reference. Potential questions to consider. What will the club look like in 3 to 5 years? How will they know they've succeeded? What do they want to achieve? The most important thing for you as an AG to remember is no 2 clubs are the same. Every club is unique.
Phase 3, make a plan. How can we achieve your vision? Set strategic priorities, set annual goals, and list the activities, timeline, and resources you will need. Your strategic priorities should help you achieve your vision. These priorities answer the question, how will we succeed? Develop your most important strategic priorities, those that will have the biggest impact as your club works towards its vision. Consider the following when you develop strategic priorities. 1, the Rotary vision statement and strategic plan. 2, your club's strengths and weaknesses. 3, your district goals. 4, your community's opportunities and challenges. 5, your club members' opinions. 6, what you can achieve in 3 to 5 years. When you have set your strategic priorities, you can develop yearly goals that support them. Write down your strategic priorities, then list your annual goals, along with the activities you will take. the resources you will need, and who will lead the effort to meet each goal. Set a timeline for each. Rotary Club Central can also assist you in setting goals and tracking achievements.
So phase 4, track your progress. How close are you to your goals? So you'll need to get the PEs to track progress towards their annual goals with the strategic planning team and suggest changes to action plans if needed. They might want to try a new approach or allocate more resources to their goals. This plan is adaptable. Consider the following when monitoring progress. How often should they measure progress towards their goals? How should they communicate their progress to the club members? Who should approve changes to action plans or annual goals? As the progress is reviewed, list the goals, including any goals that weren't met and the reasons why. Determine what adjustments or actions should be taken to achieve those unmet goals. Consider the following when identifying and listing missed targets. What goals were not met? What are the top reasons they fell short of those goals? What adjustments need to be made to help them achieve those goals? So something I want to point out is that a strategic plan is very different than bylaws. Bylaws are rules, and a strategic plan is a vision. So that's why a strategic plan can be altered as information is gathered and best practices are learned. A strategic plan is a living, breathing document and will mature and morph over time. If a strategic plan covers a 3 to 5 year period, it might change as clubs are handed current situations. And I think that 2020 is a perfect example of how action plans have to adapt and change. What we're doing today, how we're raising money, how we're allocating funds, and even how we're meeting, that's all changed from last year because people just have to kind of roll with the punches.
Take action. By helping to realize the goals of this plan, you ensure a stronger and even more effective future for Rotary, a tremendous legacy. Remember, every Rotarian helped build the Rotary International Action Plan. The action plan will strengthen Rotary so that together we can act boldly to help make the world better for generations to come.
So here's our contact information one more time. Please know that we're here to help you. And if we don't have the answers to your questions, we'll make sure that we find the person who does. So thank you so much for listening to us and for being here this evening.